Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So I've just got back from the Warhammer Open Day and I absolutely loved it, enjoyed it, met a lot of cool people there, saw some awesome models, had some awesome talks with certain people. So I thought I'd just share my day and pass on some information which I got from developers and Warhammer game designers as well. So let's jump in and let's get started. So I'm just going to be playing some random footage and putting screenshots and stuff in the background. Nothing that important, but it's just some of the stuff I took there on the day. So there's nothing really significant actually in the video. It's just stuff to keep people who like that kind of stuff entertained. So I got there at 5 AM. I got there very, very early. As most of you would have already seen, I actually did a stream from there at 5 AM. I was the first person there. I know it was absolutely madness on my part for getting there that early. I was absolutely freezing, but I was first in the queue. I needed to be first in the queue so I could get my Astraeus super heavy tank, and I can say that I got it. I absolutely love it. I haven't put it together yet. I'm going to go out tomorrow, buy a bucket so I can dip it in some soapy water and wash all this resin off it, and then I'm hoping to actually do a live stream with this assembling it and stuff like that, because a lot of people want me to do that. Do you know what? If I actually had one complaint about this entire day, it actually wasn't about the event itself. It was something that happened out of the event, and that was the Warhammer community team put a post out. As soon as I walked in the door and got my tank, there was a post out on the Warhammer community website with everything that they were showing off at the day, just online. Now, for someone like me, I wasn't really bothered about that as some other people who I spoke to, but I went there for the tank, so it didn't bother me. But some people went there to see, nice exclusive miniatures and, take pictures and stuff like that. And they said it was basically ruined because while they were outside in the queue, it all just came online on their phones and stuff, and they got to see it straight away. I can understand GW, wanting to get the information out there, but they could at least, waited till the event closed and then put the Warhammer community post out. But yeah, that if there's one thing, that was probably the thing that just wasn't too clever on their part. Anyway, so I got my tank and I proceeded to head to this. They've got this little hall area where they have different booths or stands or whatever you want to call them. So there's a Citadel designer stand where the painters are, where Forge Worlds are, all that kind of stuff. I think they had around 6 around the room, and you can go and ask all the designers how you do this, how you do that, just so you can get to the basics and how you learn stuff. But obviously me, I wanted to ask about upcoming things. So the first thing I did, I was instantly attracted to the Forge World area because they were showing off some of the Necromonger stuff, and of course you probably already saw it on the community website. There's a brand new Necromonger faction that's been announced called the Orlocks. I was speaking to developers, I'll call them designers, not developers. I'm not talking about gaming just yet. I was speaking to the designers about that, and they were like, yeah, this is the process we want them to look, and it was cool. It was all that cool. But then I started speaking about the Horus Heresy, and I was telling them, about the process of bringing out Primarchs and stuff like that, and we got into the topic, of course, of Rogal Dawn. So I said, when is the next Primarch? And he said, soon. I said, who is the next Primarch? And he said, it is Rogal Dawn, and I more or less knew that anyway. So I said, so is Rogal Dawn finished then? Is the actual model finished? And he said, yeah, he's completely done. He's completely finished. I'm actually surprised that he wasn't in the display cabinet. That was the actual Forge World guys. That's what he said about Rogal Dawn. So I was like, okay, so he must be very, very soon then. He said, yeah, very, very, very soon. So I'm thinking now that Rogal Dawn is probably going to be around Christmas, or maybe, well, it would be nice for him to come out around Christmas, but if not, then definitely early next year, because the model is done. He's ready to go. He is definitely the next Primarch, which is going to be unleashed upon us. And of course, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get Rogal Dawn. I don't really have a 30k army anymore, to be completely frank, but I'm just going to get him for a nice display piece to put in my cabinet, because of course he's my Gene Father. So why wouldn't I want glorious Rogal Dawn? So I moved down the line and I was speaking to more Forge World guys. This one was about the new Forge World rulebook and stuff. And I actually met a fellow YouTuber there called Super Saiyan. If you haven't already, go and check out his channel. I'll post it. I'll put it in the link of my video. We've been wanting to meet for some time, and we actually met, and we had a nice little talk about stuff, and it was really great to meet you if you're watching this. Great to meet you, mate. Really enjoyed myself. But we were speaking to one of the designers, and I'm sorry, he is a well-known designer, but his name has completely escaped me. Maybe I can find it and put it in the comment section. And we were just speaking about all this, kind of stuff about the rules and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, with me and my Primaris and my Space Marine love, I was like, so, a Primaris, we actually got to get a flyer for Primaris, the Overlord. If no one knows what it is, it's called the Overlord, the Primaris flyer. It's in the Dark Imperium book. It's supposed to be this huge book, and they were saying, well, the thing is, we've done this super heavy now with the Astraeus tank, which of course is glorious, and we're going to see how well that sells before we start delving into different aspects of the Primaris stuff. But to be fair, it was like sold out within 10 minutes of the event opening. I'm not sure, is that just a die-hard people like myself, but at the price tag of $220, I thought it was great because the thing is absolutely massive. I actually thought it was going to be a bit smaller than what it was, but it's not. It's huge. It's really, really, really big. So for the price, what you're getting, and don't forget, this is Forge World. A lot of people may call me insane for saying £220 for a tank, but this is Forge World. This is for like advanced hobbyists who have no life like myself, and who will freely go out and spend money on stuff like that. So the price tag for me was great. I was definitely expecting it to be £300 plus, easily £300 plus. I was looking at the mark of like 450, and I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be around 450 quid. This is going to cost me an arm and a leg. But 220, fantastic price. So with Forge World themselves, they're going to be looking to see how the Primaris range sells of them. I was asking about upgrade kits, and again, they were just like, yeah, it's something that we've been looking at. Because if you know Forge World, they do like a lot of upgrade kits and stuff like that. I thought maybe they can do that for like different chapters for Primaris Marines and all that kind of stuff. But I'm sure they've got their hands firmly in the Primaris basket, and they're just testing it out to see how it goes. One thing that did surprise me, actually, I asked a chap about the actual Horus Heresy team. The team, like the people who actually work on the game, and he actually said to me that the team's been cut in half from what it was. Most of the people in the Forge World area now have been moved to specialist games, so Necromonger, Battlefleet Gothic, Titanicus, stuff like that. So that's specialist games. I would personally say is probably their focus at this moment in time. I know a lot of Horus Heresy people may think, damn, but they still have a teamwork on the Horus Heresy, but they're definitely delving into the more specialist kind of games, because Necromonger itself, I think it's going to sell very, very well, and obviously if it does sell well, that means we'll get more stuff, and I think that will mean that they'll focus more on actual specialist games. I'm not saying specialist games are bad. I cannot wait for Titanicus. I've never played that game before, and Battlefleet Gothic on tabletop. I've never played that before, so those two games are really, really exciting, man. I can't wait to see more and where they go with that. Then I went over to some of the GW designers. There's one chap I want to speak to, which was Tom Walton. He is the chap that designed the Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought. If nobody knows what that is, it's like the brand new Dreadnought, which is for the Primaris. So me and a couple of chaps were speaking to him about his design process and stuff, and the real cool thing about it is that he had one of the easy to build actually Redemptor Dreadnoughts on his table, and I was looking at the sprues and stuff, and it looks so simple to build. And when I was asking him about it, it's basically, he said it takes around 3 minutes to assemble, and that is absolutely incredible. I'm definitely going to be getting one of these things. There's not a lot of customization in it like you can do with the full kit. It doesn't come with the plasma gun, it just comes with a minigun. It's got a flamer on it instead of the a minigun underneath. That's all stuck on, you can't get rid of that. But all in all, it looked great. Now the one thing which I'm hoping for, it goes for a decent price. I'm hoping it goes up for like around £20. I know that may sound stupid, but for these easy to build kits, and if it goes up for 20 quid and you can build one of these in 3 minutes, I think that's a great starting point to get someone into the hobby. You say, hey, look, it only takes 3 minutes to build this. It's 20 quid. It gets you right in, and it'll get someone excited. And hopefully, once they get excited and get this product, then it'll open the door then to for them to go into the hobby more and achieve greater things with collecting an army. But Tom was great. Like I said, we were speaking about the designing process and all, like everything like had to be like redesigned, like how this went together and that together. So it was really, really great learning about all that, learning about the process. You don't really think about the process, what goes into all these things, and it's just nice to sit down with the designers and just speak to them about this kind of stuff, because they're fans like us. They're basically us, but they've got the best job in the world where they get to make the models. But I absolutely loved it, enjoyed it. It was great. If Tommy, for listening, thanks for the chat. It was brilliant. And of course, me being the cheeky sod I am, I did prod him about new models, and he did say yes, there's new Space Marine stuff coming. But of course, they cannot say. They did have the Blood Angels Primaris Lieutenant on display as well in the cabinet, and he looked great. I think the Dark Angel and the Blood Angel guy look great. I'm just hoping now that with the new codexes coming out, the Blood Angels and the Dark Angels codexes that are going to be coming out, hopefully we'll get some more dedicated units to those factions in Primaris armor. I know a lot of people are probably going to hate me for saying this because I keep going on about Primaris. I'm sorry, guys. I love him. I'm absolutely in love with Primaris. But hopefully they'll get some nice dedicated units, nice Primaris dedicated units, and hopefully maybe we'll get some like HQ upgrades this edition as well. Not just for Primaris, but just for, you know, some of the old stuff. And lastly, of course, I went around and did a bit of shopping, got some new paints and stuff, spray cans, went around and looked at all the dioramas and stuff like that. But lastly, I stopped off with the new developers for Gladius. I did an announcement on my channel the other day about this new 40k game. It's called Gladius Relics of War, and they were actually at the open day with a version of their game. So I sat down, I played it a bit, speaking to the developers. They were showing me things about the game, you know, how it all works and stuff like that. And it really, really felt great to play. I'm not just saying that. It felt really, really fun to play, really, really great to play. I'm not going to go into too much detail with that in this video because I have a lot of footage of that which they kindly gave me, and I'm going to do a separate video for that, and I can go through that a bit more. So that'll be out sometime next week about that game. But really, really great game. The developers were really, really nice to speak to. I've been speaking to one chap called Alberto on Skype and stuff, and I finally got to meet him. So it's always nice to meet these people who, you know, you trade emails with and trade conversations with, and just to actually meet them on the day and just, you know, just see these people. It's really, 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 really good. All in all, absolutely fantastic day. Enjoyed it. I always enjoy myself when I go to Warhammer World. I don't think there's ever been a time where I haven't enjoyed myself when I've been to Warhammer World. It's a fantastic day. If you haven't been yet, then it is something to do if you're a huge War fan. Well, it is the thing to do if you're a Warhammer fan, I would say. It's just another experience there. I've seen all the displays and stuff like that. So if you can get yourself there, get yourself there. You will not be let down. It is absolutely absolutely fantastic. But yeah, that is my experience of the day. I'm probably going to go to the was it New Year's Open Day or sometime, whenever that is. I'm sure the tickets will be out soon. Hopefully we'll get some more stuff there to actually look at and see. So yeah, I had a great day. I enjoyed meeting everyone. I'm sorry if I didn't get to meet you, because I know there was a couple of people who come in and they sent me messages on my Facebook, and I just didn't have my Facebook open when those messages came through, so I missed your messages. So I'm sorry about that. You know, it's maybe we'll meet next time. But yeah, I am sorry about that. But I did get to meet some great people, and very much enjoyed myself. So yeah, that is my day. Thank you for watching the video. Hope I've given you some information. There wasn't really a lot of spoilers there, because everything got spoiled in the article, like I said at the start. But it was great. It was fun. Loved all the models. Loved all the people. Displays, fantastic. Amazing day. Definitely going back. I will recommend it to anyone. It is an absolutely fantastic day. Right, that's me done. Thank you for watching the video, chaps, and I shall see you all very, very soon. See you now, and bye-bye.